And I think we are live now. Hello, Joy. How are you?
Hi, Gal. How are you? Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. It's a big pleasure to have you today. The correct name is Joy or Joe?
Yosef.
Yosef. Okay, so Yossi. מה נשמע יוסי? מה קורה?
הכל בסדר.
Okay, Yosef, welcome to our group. Welcome to Amazon Nonstop. I'm not starting to introduce you because I want all the people that were waiting for this webinar will join us. So first of all, I want to check that everything works. So I will enter to Amazon Nonstop group and I'll check if people can see and hear us. Amazon Nonstop. Yeah. You know, you want to know how tired am I?
Tell me.
Our group is in Hebrew, and I wrote Amazon Nonstop in English, and I was like, why I can't find my group? Okay, now I found Amazon Nonstop. Yeah, and I can see both of us, and I can see already people in our chat starting to write some comments. Good evening to Hanit. Hello, great to see you too. I see already that we have 6 viewers. In like couple minutes I will start. First of all, I want to say a couple things in Hebrew. I know that you understand, so it's not going to be too rude to you. So ערב טוב לכל החברים, אני יודע שהתגעגעתם אלינו, אנחנו חוזרים אליכם אחרי פגרה מאוד 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 ארוכה. אני רואה כבר הרבה אנשים מצטרפים אלינו, הרבה אנשים מתחילים לכתוב, אז לא היינו פה משהו כמו חודשיים והתגעגענו אליכם, אני בטוח שאתם התגעגעתם אלינו. אז אמזון נונסטופ חוזרת עכשיו לתלם של הוובינרים, של הלייבים. הייתי גם אני צריך לנוח קצת, וגם קצת לרענן מערכות ולהרגיע ולחשוב על עוד נושאים מרתקים, כי מה לעשות, אי אפשר למחזר את אותם נושאים כל הזמן. אז הבאנו לכם היום וובינר באמת מרתק, זה לא עוד איזשהו וובינר בלי לזלזל באף אחד על איך לנתח מילות מפתח או איך לקבוע את הביד הנכון, בלי לזלזל באף אחד. זה באמת משהו שהוא חדשני, ומשהו שאני באמת בעצמי לא יודע איך עובד, לא בדקתי, לא שמעתי. אני וג'ו נפגשנו ממש כמה דקות לפני הלייב. וזהו, אנחנו חוזרים. So I just tell to the people that we were in a short break, so I'm sure that everybody missed us, and
I got you. I understood. No worries.
Yeah, you understand everything.
Yes.
And the second thing that I want to repeat, that the subject tonight is super interesting, so I will go into it in minutes. And the most important thing that I want to say thanks to Hanit and to Gilad for making this webinar happen, and we will start in 1 minute. Before we start, I just want to remind to everybody that it's very recommended to share our webinar, to share in other groups or in your personal profile, because it will make other people enjoy and learn some new stuff. And ready to start, Joe. How are you?
I'm very good. Thanks for having me again.
First of all, it's big pleasure and honor to host you today. And I think by the clues that I got from Hanit posts and from the impression that I got, that you are someone that we would definitely want to start our webinar season with, and you are the first guest in our new webinar season. So thank you for joining us tonight. Where are you broadcasting from?
Right now I'm in Manhattan, in New York City, and ready to get back to the work after the summertime. We've been working on a lot of different tech features, and I'm very excited to share them with you today and share with you a new Amazon program, which I'm sure probably 99% of the user group has not heard about yet.
Amazing. So I just started to talk about Hanit posts during the last week, and Hanit posted something about some kind of tool that can let us communicate directly with our clients. It sounds like science fiction. It's unreal. And she told that it can even be embedded in Amazon pages, and it's like completely legal from Amazon side. So since I have been in this industry for a couple of years or a little bit more, I want to tell you honestly that like it sounds super weird. So could you tell us, first of all, a little bit about yourself and who are you? And second, what it's all about, and is it real or Khalid was just teasing us for fun?
Sure, of course. Okay, so my name is Yosef or Joe. I wear a few different hats. I started off in Amazon when I was in high school, selling watches out of my basement, helping my dad, put together a living, a side hustle, as they say. We ended up being, I think, the number 1, 2, and 3 watch seller in the country, in all of Amazon. Wow. Went to Israel for a few years for learning, and then I came back and I got a job in a company called Equity Brands. We're probably the top 25 vendor on Amazon. So wow. Vendor Central 1P. And we helped build that business. I helped build that business to a really high level. And because of that, they're constantly, inviting us to new programs. Hey, we'd like you to try this initiative, or what do you guys think about something like this? And Amazon approached us at the same time I was launching a pizza oven. These uni ovens everybody has in their backyard. So,
I have one.
Yeah. You have the wrong brand though. But,
no, I have the, I forgot the brand. Never mind.
So I imported 500 pieces for fun as a hobby. We're all in the Amazon space and we're constantly trying new things. And 500 ovens in total got to Amazon with a defective part missing. And so again, you're talking about $150,000 investment about to be lost in the garbage because we had 500 to 700 pieces with just a missing part this small. At that same time, Amazon reached out to us and through the vendor company and said, hey, we'd like to offer you guys the ability to do support, but we will charge you to do support. It's this new customer support initiative where they charge you a per minute or a per ticket fee. You teach Amazon reps to do troubleshooting of products and they try to support the customer. We didn't feel that that's the smartest thing to do. What does an Amazon employee know about an air conditioner or about a microwave or a pizza oven? So nothing. In that moment, in my own issues, I said, hey, what if you gave brands the ability to communicate with the Amazon customer? And of course, they were like, what are you talking about? And we pitched them an idea. They said, draft something. We spent about 6 to 9 months developing a platform, pitched it to them. And a year later, we have something called the PLS program, which for us, just for that pizza oven, out of the 500 pieces we had in stock, only 2 people left a bad review. 78% of the people who bought the product got in touch with us offline of Amazon, and we were able to take care of their issue without returning the product. The goal of this program is to extend the product life cycle, to get the people to keep the products that they purchased. And that benefits Amazon because they don't have a ton of unsellable inventory. That benefits the brand because returns are extremely expensive. And I'll jump into that in a little bit of a presentation when you're ready.
Okay.
So if you don't have any questions, I'll share my screen.
Yeah, it's a good idea to start to share your screen. And of course, if somebody has any question, you're more than welcome to write it in our chat, and I will forward the questions to Joe.
Perfect.
Let's go for it. I can see your screen, and it was shared now.
Okay, great. So as you know, returns are extremely expensive. For products less than $30, it usually takes about 3 profitable sales just to make up 1 return. And with big and heavy products, it can be even more than that. The reason for that is when there's a return, Amazon takes the entire sum of the product back, the entire retail. They only give you back a portion of the referral fee. They charge you a restocking fee, and they don't return the FBA fee. That gets charged to you no matter what. On top of that, the product sits in unsellable status. You have to pay to get it back to you, and it ends up costing a lot more liquidating or disposing the product. So on an average return, you could add another $8 to $10 in additional cost. Plus you have the product sitting in your warehouse collecting dust, costing you additional storage fees. That same thing is true for Amazon. They make a lot more money when the product turns as opposed to that sitting in their warehouse. So together with our issues that we mentioned and Amazon's issue of unsellable inventory and customer experience, we came up with this concept called the PLS program, which for the first time, excuse me.
It's okay. Take your time.
Give me a sec. You hear me better now? Great. Okay. Yeah. So for the first time, we're giving brands the ability to communicate with the Amazon customer. So when someone buys something on Amazon, they click on your orders. So I'm sure you purchase things on Amazon, and I'm sure you're familiar with the concept. You know, my wife's constantly buying things on Amazon. You go, you click, and if you want to return the item, you click on, you know, home, you click on your orders, and then you have all the order information. Usually, you can click return, or you can click write a product review. And too quickly, Amazon usually returns, you know, instant return label. That ends up costing a lot of money to the brand, as I mentioned earlier. And most of the people that are coming to write a product review are coming when there's an issue. Because again, you usually access this page when you have an issue, unless you have a feedback 5 or whatever it is. What we had the ability, and what we started with Amazon, was adding a bright yellow button right on top called Get Product Support. This button for brands and brand registered brands. So you have to be brand registered, and you have to be using FBA or maybe as a vendor in 1P. Doesn't apply to fulfilled by merchant.
I think it's relevant for 99% of the sellers in Amazon today. Yeah.
Right. So you can add, and we can help you add this Get Product Support button on every single ASIN for the brands that you want them to be on, which redirects customers to brand portals. And I'll show you a few of them that we designed for you. So what we do at On-Site Support is we get you enrolled in this program. We expedite the onboarding process. We get your ASINs to have this Get Product Support button. Before we do that, and really at the same time, we are building a landing page, a support landing page, which is whitelisted on our domain. So you would put your brand name and then our domain. We could change it if you get approved by Amazon, but regardless, you're bringing them to a support page where you are educating them. If you have technical products, telling them how to troubleshoot or how to best install the product, videos on how to,
who is this designing this page?
Our team designs it for you.
Your team, okay.
Our team, we work with you. A quick Zoom, 20 minutes. We get all of your content. Of course, you already have content from your Amazon listings. We grab what we can. We understand what you want to do with this page. Is this a education center where you want to teach them because you have complicated product, you know, wash it this way so it doesn't rust, blah, blah, blah. Or maybe you want to install the air condition properly into your house. Or maybe you want to teach them how to, install the basketball hoop properly, or when the scoreboard's not working properly, this is what you have to do. So some of them are education centers, and a lot of the other ones, and this is kind of a bulk of them, are communication centers. So you're redirecting them to a place where they can speak to you if you have that ability. Of course, if you don't have it, you don't offer it. They can live chat with you in a real life setting. You can set hours when your team is available, or they could submit tickets, which you can say, hey, we'll get back to you in 24 hours. Please submit a ticket and we'll get back to you. During that time, you're getting the customer's data. You're communicating with them as in real time as you can. So if it's within 24 hours, 48 hours, you're at least expressing that on the site, and you're answering any questions that they may have through a knowledge base. Additionally, you're sending them back to Amazon in other scenarios. If you have a brand store and you want them to go ahead and find that store and potentially buy more products from you. If you have a guarantee, you can put it there too.
Sorry?
So the goal of these pages, and just something to think about, is for the first time, we're giving brands the ability to communicate with the Amazon customer. You get a beautifully designed front end, of course, based on what are your most returned products, what are we looking to achieve with this site, and in the back end, you're getting a hub that's connected not just to Amazon, on all the channels that you support, bringing in customer communication. Additionally, from the buyer-seller messaging, or maybe from the Walmart messaging, from the Get Product Support button that we're going to add for you. Maybe you have a support email from your brand. Instead of checking dozens of different places, all of that communication coming into one hub, And in that hub, you're able to go ahead and communicate with the customer, to go ahead and troubleshoot those issues. The customers that have been coming through, you'd be surprised so many times and there's so many different use cases. For example, somebody orders, I just saw this today, a 6-pack of plates, and one of the plates get damaged and they made a $40 purchase. You have 5 plates that are perfectly fine. Amazon only allows you, it's all or nothing on the return. You can't do a partial return unless maybe you communicate with the brand and the brand gets in touch with you really quick. But with Amazon, when they speak to Amazon directly, Amazon doesn't do partial returns. And therefore, you have the ability via the live chat to just send them an extra plate on a $30 item, to send out a $2 or $3 plate plus shipping, $8. You're retaining 80% of the sale value. And that's just one example. Other times, and I see it all day long, I get the chat messages that come through to my screen, and all the time it's the same thing. Hey, I'm having issues with this product. Before I return this to Amazon, or before I leave a negative review. I think I saw this one this morning. Yeah, I get them all to my computer. I like to see the examples, but I just received this less than 2 weeks ago. I've only used them gently, no hike. This is a shoe. So what issue could somebody have with a shoe? But before I post a negative review on Amazon, I wanted to reach out to you to give you a chance to respond. And they're really taking care of these issues, whether they're giving them a free replacement or showing them how to better install the product. Maybe there's a missing lens on the camera, whatever it is. The brand is going ahead and setting up a system where they're able to retain the value of the sale and stop negative experiences on their products.
Does Amazon control the customer communication? Like, I mean, do they get any information of the content of the communication?
Nope. The only rules, and there's a whole policy that we have to abide by. The only rules of the game is that the main focus of each site has to be with the agenda of support. This isn't a selling channel. Yes, you could have a link that maybe links back to your other website, to your replacement part, or your money back guarantee that is maybe hosted on your own site, and maybe by accident they can buy a product. But the agenda of this site is supposed to be for support.
Well, the communication can be started only from the customer side?
Yeah, so a customer goes ahead and sends you a ticket to your email. They're communicating with you on Facebook Messenger. All of those communications, including getting redirected from this button straight to this portal.
Mm-hmm.
They initiate a live chat or they submit a ticket, and on the back end, all the tickets come into your hub.
Nice.
And you're able to take care of those issues and run reports. What are the products with the most common issues? And obviously
don't you think that is a matter of time before people will start to make some manipulation with this button? Like,
you can't get this button outside of working with us currently.
Okay, but I mean, like, they will ask to delete negative reviews, and they will like make some stuff that it's not legal by Amazon policy.
So obviously, I would only recommend to play within the games. You know, I'd play within the same. The goal isn't to
of course,
ask people to delete a review. The goal is to stop the person before he leaves the review. So he's coming angry, or he's coming for help, and now he wants you're the gateway before he hits the return button and before he hits this button. Because if you don't have a page like this is where they're going. These two different pages.
Nice. Okay, so we have a couple questions here in the chat. Oleg asked, is this support button can lead to any web page?
Currently, the only web pages we're allowed to provide to Amazon are pages that are built on our domain. So we have a domain that's whitelisted, and we have an internal team over there. We can have it routed to your domain after it passed through our domain.
Okay, nice. And the other question of many, can he connect it to his own website like Shopify, or in general, so that it can be connected to Walmart, as you said before? What other websites or platforms that can be connected?
So the software, and especially the live chat and the ticket submission, can be connected to Shopify. There's a script. We go into your Shopify, direct integration. You just drop the script in, and now you have that button that sends all the chats back to our tool.
And everything will be summarized in the same system, like in the same page.
Yeah, it's called an omni-channel support hub. All the channels into one. Facebook Messenger, Instagram, WeChat. There's a ton of different integrations.
Okay, so I believe that this feature, which is like kind of revolution, will make our life much easier, and not only our, and I believe that all our virtual assistants will be really happy to work with this. And if you are talking about virtual assistants, I want to add to our conversation Gilad.
Hi, Gilad. Hi, Joe. How are you?
Hi, Gilad. How are you?
Good. Can you hear me okay?
And not really. It's like you connected to your earphones or to the computer. It's like very weird.
Right, let me try.
Can you try to change your microphone? No, we don't. We can't hear you now. You're muted. You just muted yourself.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, perfect.
Better?
Much better.
Much better.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so
hi, Gilad.
Hi.
How are you?
Yeah. Who likes this stupid things? Not working.
So, did you try this, Gilad? You have some experience with?
Amazing. I first met Joe and his partner a few months ago there was an Amazon conference in Florida when we met, and they explained to me, and it like you said, it sounded not real. It sounded like it's not possible that Amazon. We know Amazon. Everything they do is against.
You know what sounds weird for me still after the presentation of Joy, that Amazon releasing the control of the sellers. Like, you can go, you can talk with your customers, you can do whatever you want. We trust you, because Amazon never trusts us. So I still can.
Well, the idea what Joe would explain, it makes sense because it saves money for Amazon, and Amazon takes care of her customers. And the
yeah,
profits.
But you know what weird for me, that if I'm communicating directly with my customer, I can get his details. If I can get his details, I can sell stuff to him in different parallel ways. So it's really weird it's still weird for me, but this is what interesting about Revolution, that at the beginning you can't understand what's going on, and after everybody use it.
So I would go.
I was shocked they said yes. I was shocked they said yes, to be honest with you, because again, you are relinquishing control. But again, I think everything Amazon does is $1 and cents. The issue must be so large. The amount of space that they're taking up in their warehouse with unsellable inventory must be eating so much of their bottom line. Liquidation and disposal costs. They may be relinquishing a little bit of control. They know they own the Amazon customer regardless.
Yeah. I believe that they will hire less employees that will make customer service, and most of the customer service will go to the brand owner. So I can understand the sense of the project, but still. Okay, Gilad, I'm sorry I stopped you a couple minutes before.
Yeah, so no.
You started to tell how did you meet?
So we met. They explained to me. It sounded not logical at all. But when you think about it, and also there's this saying in Hebrew that "שנותנים לך תיקח." I don't know, Joe, if you're aware of it, but basically in New York, it's the same. When somebody gives you something, take it. So we have this option before something changes, before it's become unavailable or limited and so on. This is an opportunity that we as sellers should take as an advantage, because it actually allows you to do so much, to not to mention the fact that suddenly you have a negative review that could ruin your entire listing just because of one, review that somebody had to say something, which could be prevented, or taking that negative customer who didn't post a review yet and exchange it into a positive review. So this could be actually a machine of getting positive reviews all the time from customers that you had the opportunity to talk with and to explain to them, okay, you know what, try this. This could be helpful. You know what, I'm going to send you another gift in addition. Something that you can actually communicate with customers all the time and show them the value of your brand. And I think this is phenomenal. I talked to the on-site team, and I said to them, I want to bring you to this webinar to expose you to the Israeli group, because I think it has a lot of value. What we also did is that we trained our VAs on that. So we took our team leaders from the Amazon department, connected them with Joe and their team, and trained the VAs of how to do the back office. So when somebody clicks on get support, it could be either engage with you in a chat or open a ticket, but it has to be, somebody has to be in the other side to communicate with the customers. It's not enough to say, okay, yeah, it's great, now I can communicate, and then somebody opens the chat and nobody's answering. You have to have somebody from the other side. So we train our VAs to know exactly how to do it, and that way suddenly we get a lot of buzz from our customers that's saying, okay, we put this dedicated VA or use an existing VA that they already have with the software, with on-site, and suddenly this VA is going to bring so much value in transforming to a lot of positive reviews, communicating with customers, getting their phone numbers, getting their email address in the same time, like building a list and so on. So everything that you said, Yigal, that is illegal basically, but it's an opportunity to help customers and start, building your brand the way it should.
I just want to add another question about this topic, because in like a couple seconds ago, Nir Rave asked another question about the TOS. So does it completely meet all the TOS requirements and compliance?
So I'll share with the group, I guess, the TOS list. So they have a few rules. I wouldn't be able to do it if it wasn't TOS compliant.
Yeah, of course, because you embedded in the Amazon site.
Yeah, if it was a Chrome extension or if it was something like that.
Yeah.
So yes, I also am still shocked about it. But to Gilad's point, and I don't say this enough to people, and maybe I really should.
You should.
I don't know how long this window will last. Amazon usually tests things, they open things up, and then they limit it to the elite sellers. Even though it's a massive advantage, one day they may say, no, let's just keep this for car parts, or let's just keep this for electrical products. But again, if you have the ability to get access to this feature now, I wouldn't say put it off. We have this, again, we have things on the roadmap with Amazon till mid to August of 2023. I don't know how long that relationship with Amazon will last. They may have a change of focus by the end of next year. But if you can get access to this program now and set up a solution this week, this quarter, you're putting yourself into a good position in Q4 where most of the sales happen and most of the returns happen. So if you can get access to this feature, and you can by signing up, I definitely recommend it. I wouldn't say, put this off. I don't know if this get product support access will be available.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Gilad, from your side, it's actually used by people like the customer contact with the brand owners frequently?
It's something that is just happening now. We're just starting this process, and like Joe said in the beginning, this group is one of the first groups in the world to hear about these opportunities and to be able to test it.
Big honor for us. Thank you.
And we launched a newsletter about a week ago to our customers, and we got tons of people interested because everybody understands the value of it. To communicate directly with their customers in a point where they're just about to leave a negative review or to return a product and to exchange it to a positive review. So and get all their information at the same time.
So we have about 85 brands. So I don't know if I mentioned this a little bit earlier.
I saw that you shared something. You want me to share it?
Yeah, put it on the screen. I mean, I come from the software called Seller Locker, which is a reimbursement company. This is a sister company of ours, another company of ours. We were directed, go after your top brands and enroll them into this program, which is what we've been doing in the past 2 months. Like Gilad said, you're one of the first groups to hear about it in a public forum. Of the beta testers and pilot testers, we have about 85 customers, like I said, that are already using the platform. These are just, some of the messages that are coming back. From a 72 pack, 5 of them came spoiled. So now again, 72 pack, which is a $115 purchase versus just shipping out 5 individual turkey sticks, which would probably cost $6. 115 versus 6. It would have been a $115 loss plus the shipping fees and all that stuff. We love your beef bars. Unfortunately, this last order came. This is a subscription company. They have the monthly subscriptions. They're keeping customers happy, bringing them back to their brands. And we have every single customer has been using this tool a little bit differently. Some for installation, I have one customer who sells in Costco furniture. So now he put a QR code on his packaging. Amazon gave us an approved QR code to put on the packaging. And people scan it and they go straight to the site and they watch the video on how to install the closet. But again, everyone is using this tool differently. The thing to think about is if I can communicate with the customer, I don't know what they're going to tell me, but what would I have this site look like? Which is, again, usually an education center, if applicable, or a communication center, where they can just hit the live chat, hit the submit a ticket. You know, the kit was missing items. Again, ship out the individual item, or do I have this turn into a complete return? I received an empty pouch. So there's so many different examples of how people are using this. And then the customers are so thrilled. Thank you so much. I very much appreciate your service. This would have been a problem. Setting in the order number. Thank you for standing behind your product. I will definitely be purchasing more in the future. So again, I get messages like this all day long. I like to read them, but we are very sorry to hear that units are not working. Did our troubleshooting advice work for you? Yes, it is working. Thank you so much for your help. So again, you're giving brands the ability to do something you were never able to do before. And
what is the process? Like you said before that we supposed to be FBA sellers and we supposed to have the brand registry. What else? Like every candidate will be accepted, or we need to wait and to hope that they will accept us to this project.
So every 2 Tuesdays we have another meeting with Amazon where we give them all of the brands that want to enroll. There's going to be a Q4 end date. They haven't announced it yet for us. So at least until we know to the 18th, for sure by the 18th. We can get unlimited enrollments until then. And then they've been extending it 2 weeks at a time. They're not sure when that last date is yet. So Q4 is still wide open. The way it works is there's no limitations. The price might be a limitation for you. In my opinion, it's $299 a month for the software. If you pay, so that's the front end software for the customer and the back end platform connected to dozens of different integrations. Zapier, anywhere where you can use this data, you can bring in and send out. You get 3 admin users, agents, which you can tie into the VAs so that they can help respond to tickets. You can get unlimited landing pages. So if you have multiple brands and you don't want them all coming to the same hub because it's confusing, you can have multiple landing pages per brand, but all going to the same hub. $299 a month. There's a one-time $399 fee to build the site. That's very cheap. We don't make money on that. That's straight cost to my designers to help build your site, ideate how we should build the site, what are your most return products, and build that out for you. Professional designers. We have a discount for this webinar. Gilad, if you can share the link. If not, I created a backup link. If you want to post it in the comments.
I don't have it with me. I can check for it. If you have it, then go ahead.
I think you created one. So if you want to sign in, use it. If not, I use the backup one and we can swap it out later. So if you want to look for it for the next minute, but you get $200 off of the onboarding fee. So if you want to go ahead and sign up right away, you'll make the deadline and you will get $200 off of that onboarding fee. I'll share the link if Gilad can't find it. And $299 a month. There's no other extra fees. If you pay for the whole year up front, it's a $3,000 investment into your support. That, again, what I would pay to stop a negative review these days is probably $200 to $300 a review.
Okay, so let's summarize it again. So this is the regular price, and you had some discount price for Amazon Nonstop Group, right?
Yes. So it's $299 a month. That's and if you pay for the year, it's $249 a month.
$249. And what about the setup? What about the setup fee?
$399 one time, and Gilad negotiated very.
I did put it. You can see.
Gilad is very tough. Yeah, I can see.
All right.
So if you want to post it for the public in the comments.
Yeah.
Anybody that uses this will get.
I will share it in a minute. You can continue talk.
Cool. So, I mean, that's it. I'm definitely happy to take other questions. I see some questions that came in. How can you sign into this? Signing up, you can go to onsitesupport.io. You click sign up. We can get you rolling within 7 to 10 days. We build your site while we onboard with Amazon so that they hit the same point at the same time. Gilad can share what type of work needs to be done if you're going to be using virtual assistants in order to be doing the support. But from our side, we just need to build the site and onboard with Amazon. You sign up by going to your support, onsitesupport.io, and then you have a portal, just like any Zendesk-like customer support hub, but built for e-commerce.
Can you share for a second, like your screen with an example of a portal like this?
I just shared the link that Gilad sent me.
All right.
Of course. So I'll share a few. And again, each one is different depending on what they're looking to achieve. So I'll just finish one that I like that we did yesterday. So again, we build it based on the needs and wants of the seller. You can see my page, right?
Sorry? Yeah, I can see your screen. Yeah.
So this is
everybody can see it now.
And you know, they have some product directions, how to properly use it, some frequently asked questions. They have a lifetime guarantee, submitting a ticket, and they have live chat all initiated. Some brands, they can't do live chat. They just don't have the manpower. They didn't employ a virtual assistant team, or they don't have the time. Of course, you can set specific hours. This doesn't have to be 24 hours. But again, some people can't. So when they click this button, it just takes you to a form to fill out. And then the brand gets back to you within 24 hours or 48 hours, whatever information you post as being your get back to customer policy. And then the back end connects really to everything. So you click on agent interface, all the chats are there. You can run analytics, you can export the analytics, you can literally connect to anything. I'll show you just a few of the integrations. You know, you can connect to WeChat. WhatsApp is a business plan, so you have to just do that on a one-off basis. If you are providing support on WhatsApp, which not too many businesses are, Facebook Messenger, you get the live chat, Instagram, Twitter, Viber, all included. And then there's also places that you can export the data to as well. You know,
do you understand how crazy it is that you can actually communicate with your Amazon customers on WhatsApp?
Yeah, it's super crazy. Yeah, it's kind of shocking. You know, you want to hear how shocking it is? More than 2 people called me this week after Hanit posted the post and asked me if it's real or like it's very hard to believe in what's going on here, but all of us, we saw that it's real and it's going to happen. And I see that somebody asked a question and wrote it sound good, just to make sure. If I have 2 brands and I need 2 landing page, the price for both will be $2.99 per month, right?
Correct.
And other question, is it $2.40 for Amazon only or for all the channels?
So it's $2.99. It's $2.49 if you pay for the year upfront, meaning it's a $50 discount per month. And it's for all the channels. So we can integrate with all of the different channels, anywhere where you sell.
Okay, great. I'm just checking if we have other questions. Okay, guys, I think that like if you have some other thing that you want to tell about the system, other advantages, I'm sure that you have many there, because it seems like you have hundreds of features there. But still, if you have some other important things, you're more than welcome.
I'll share just some more information. Last month we had about, this is according to Amazon, about 240,000 redirects from the Get Product Support button to our pages. So they triggered 240,000 redirects, and 60 to 70%, they gave us a range between 60 and 70%, did not go back to Amazon to return the product.
Return the product,
Amazing.
The last question was, so the biggest advantage is the integration with Amazon. That's what makes us unique from a Zendesk-like platform. We have this partnership with Amazon, and we're able to get this Get Product Support button on your pages. That's one. Number 2, I think we're the only product support page or service center that allows you to have multiple hubs for one brand, for one company. So usually you would have to create separate accounts. If you were an agency or maybe you sold multiple brands, for no charge, you're able to have multiple destinations all syncing back to one place, which for Amazon sellers selling private label in many different sectors. So we built it for e-commerce. This is a tool for e-commerce sellers, which Most of the other platforms are for SaaS platforms or service platforms, maybe a little bit of e-commerce. This whole thing was built for e-commerce.
Okay, so how available are you for the customer service for us? Like if I have some problem in the system and if I need like some guide.
I'm here. I mean, me, myself, I'm as available as I can be. We have a full team ready to help you. But yeah, of course, anything that needs to be done, a feature that needs to be tweaked.
By mail, by phone, like in what channel?
I mean, we have our drift links, our meeting schedules open all the time. So we're constantly juggling. Just again, myself and my co-founder. It's a new company, only 85 customers currently. Seller Locker, which is our software company. You know, at some point we had like 3,000 customers, but right now we're at 85. So we're a lot more available now, and we'll continue to scale the team as the customers come through. But we've had maybe one customer didn't end up signing up because he wasn't brand registered at the end of the day, and he thought that he'd be able to get approval from his license, and he didn't. And that was the one time, you know, that someone maybe didn't think that this would be good.
Okay, I see. Okay.
I mean, a lot of people are asking about, you know, TOS compliant. If you go to our website, so onsitesupport.io, there's an endorsement video from Amazon. She's the lead of the entire PLS program. She's the lady that we met with to start this program. And obviously since the start of this, she has went up the ranking, but she's the leader of the program, giving her endorsement on onsite.
Okay.
And again, you can't get this without the native, like this is an Amazon. I can't give a get product support button through a Chrome extension. It's in the application on cellular and web.
I think what I liked about it also is the fact that it's like giving you another opportunity to build your own brand, like A+ content, but after purchase. So before purchase, you can see the listing and you can see the A+ content. After purchase, then you can show them everything, like the videos that Joe showed and the instructions how to operate and how to disassemble and all that. So it's another opportunity for somebody to get more information about the brand. And it's another excuse for the VA to call the customer and you know and explain to them also like give them additional tips of how to use it, which mistakes to avoid, giving extra service to the customers. So it will be like a wow. You know, Tomer Rabinovich always talks about the wow feeling that, you know, you're aiming for 6-star review and then you land on 5 review. And that's exactly the opportunity that you can get here, because somebody was not expecting it. They didn't like the product. They just push you know, click the button of get support. Suddenly they see all this information about your brand. You have somebody chatting with them live or calling them on the phone later on, explaining to them how they should fix it, sending them a gift in the same time. And you know, and then you have like another machine of getting 5-star reviews and collecting their information to start selling to them directly afterwards.
I'm looking, you're 100% right. I'm looking for the coupon code they could put into the sign up in order to get the.
If we're talking about coupons and prices, many asked if is it any discount code for the 200 of the setup fee that you mentioned.
So give me a second. Let me just call my partner because he's the one who set it up. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. If there's any more questions.
גלעד, מה אתה אומר?
מה? באופן כללי או לגבי השאלה?
אתה יכול להגיד באופן כללי, אתה יכול...
אני אומר לנו, אנחנו רואים את זה מהצד של העובדים וירטואליים, זאת אומרת, יש לנו לקוחות שישר חתמו על זה, כי זה באמת הזדמנות להם לשדרג את המותגים שלהם.
חד משמעית. חד משמעית, זה נורא מעניין, זה מרתק, זה באמת מעניין איך כמה זמן החלון הזדמנויות הזה יהיה פתוח, ומה אנשים יעשו עם זה.
או שאנחנו רואים פה איזשהו באמת שינוי תפיסה של אמזון.
תפיסה של אמזון, שהם אומרים, לא אכפת לנו להפסיד מחירה פה או מחירה שם, ואנחנו נעסיק הרבה פחות שירות לקוחות, והרבה פחות בלבולי מוח, וטיפול ששירות הלקוחות לא יכול לתת על מוצרים שהם לא מכירים.
גם אמזון, עם כל כמות מוצרים שאנשים מחזירים כל כך בקלות, תחשוב שזה מעמיס להם את המחסנים שלהם, זה מעט להם את הפעילות השוטפת, הם מעדיפים לגמור את זה.
לא, כי זה ברור שעכשיו מכרתי טלפון, או לא יודע מה, או מקלדת, ופנו לשירות לקוחות של אמזון, ואמרו שהאסקייפ לא עובד. מאיפה השירות לקוחות יודע בכלל מה מדובר? הוא פשוט יחזיר לו את הכסף, וימשוך לו זמן של 20 דקות שעולה לאמזון כסף. Okay, so any news, Joe?
Yeah, I just shared the coupon code. So you can enter that coupon code into the checkout, and that'll remove $200 off of the onboarding fee.
Okay, can you write everything on the screen? Because I think that people are a little bit confused with the price before or after, or maybe write it in the chat.
Let's do this. Let's
do this. Meanwhile, I will check if we have other questions here. No, I think that we covered everything that we wanted to know about it. I think that we will finish in a couple minutes. So, guys, if you have any questions, I'm talking, of course, to our viewers. This is the time to ask last questions. And
see the pricing?
Yeah, I got the messages from you.
So on the screen, you have $299 if you're going to be paying monthly, and there's a one-time $399 onboarding fee. If you pay annually, meaning you're going to pay the entire year up front, which some very big customers do because investing $3,000 in support is a no-brainer to them. Other customers want to try it first, and then they switch annually. The price gets reduced by $50 a month. So instead of $3,600, it'll be a one-time $3,000 charge. Now, this $399 fee is the fee which we don't make any money on it. It allows our designers, allows us to pay our designers in order to build, stunning landing pages that you can go ahead and, be extremely proud of using your A+ content, whatever beautiful graphics you have. And every single support page, like I said, is built to do whatever the brand wants to do. So as long as it's, customer compliant, Amazon compliant, we feel comfortable doing it. Recipes, tutorials, how-to videos, the live chat, the full works. Then we onboard your entire catalog or specific brands into the program. And then within about 2 weeks, so 2 weeks from your sign-up date, you should be live and ready to go. While we work on the design, the onboarding, we come back to you with the full package, send you the training so you know how to answer some tickets if you're not going to be using the VAs from Gilad. But of course, we obviously recommend doing that because if you don't have the bandwidth or the capacity, you don't want to send somebody to a page and you're not going to be there to answer. So if you're not going to answer them, they may get a little bit review. Yeah. But at least tell the customer, like, we have on hours, off hours, and we can set all that up. And we do set it all up. So someone gets there and you're not available after 1 minute in the live chat or 30 seconds. Sorry, we're not available. Please describe your issue and leave a contact information and we'll email you back. And then the software will automatically email them to that email that they put in when you have a response. So you're getting them off of Amazon, you're getting them away from the return button, and you're getting them to an environment that you control. And hopefully you do the right thing with that control.
Great. Okay, so let's wrap up the discussion. And are you in our group? Yeah.
I see there are more questions over there.
Sorry. Let's see. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a good question. On the listing page. So that is something that we're working on for 2023. There is also in the talks of Amazon starting to send out emails post-purchase in an email to customers. Like sometimes you can request a review in that same email saying, hey, if you have a problem with that purchase, click this button to redirect you to your page. So that's coming in 2023.
Okay, great. I see a question in Hebrew. האם יש איזשהם מגבלות לשיחה עם הלקוחות? האם ההתכתבות עם הלקוחות זה דרך הסלר סנטרל או דרך מקום חיצוני? לפי מה שהבנו ודיברנו, ההתכתבות היא דרך מקום חיצוני, והמגבלות לשיחה עם הלקוחות זה פשוט לעמוד ב-TOS. You understood, Joy?
That was too fast for me. I'm sorry.
Okay, so somebody asked if there are some limitation when you talk to the customers, like communication limitations or some rules. And if you chat with the customers via Amazon Seller Central or with other platforms. So I explained that it's your platform and you need to meet up to Amazon TOS rules and everything will be okay.
So currently, just again, buyer selling messages, let's say that can get funneled into us. So you don't have to check Amazon and check us. Amazon will read those messages because it goes back into their system, back to the customer. And they're coming from the Get Product Support button, and they enter their email that goes directly to their email. Currently, Amazon never asked us for any chat communication. If they ever do, I'm not one to say no. So I would say try and keep it as kosher as possible. So
it's going through Amazon system, like the regular Amazon communication system, right?
No, only buyer selling messaging.
Okay.
But everything else is happening on the live environment, on the website, or via email, via the ticketing.
It's separate, and in some cases, like I'm not recommend to do it, but you can write your phone number or your email and to be in.
No, you can do that. You can do that. That's totally fine. Only support. Just only support the customer. Amazon isn't cracking down on it just yet, but just give support. If you're doing this to manipulate the system, then you shouldn't be doing that. But use it for support, and you'll see a lot of success.
Great. Okay, so I think that we covered everything. We have no more questions. For me, it's super crazy and shocking, and I think it will make some revolution here. I hope it's not some pilot that Amazon trying to make, and they will take few steps back later. I hope it will be developed more and more and more. And I want to thank you for being with us today, for cleaning your schedule. I know that you're really busy and you're in New York now. I want to thank to Gilad that webinar, as I said before, wasn't happened without you. And of course to Hanit for all the work behind the scenes. And I want to say that I was happy and I missed all our viewers, and I was happy to start our webinar season and to come back to the screen. Guys, have a great night. And Joy, you stay in our group, right? You in Amazon nonstop?
I don't think anybody invited me yet, but I'll answer any questions in there too.
We will invite you because I believe that people will try to ask you some questions. How can we find you on Facebook? Like exactly like your name is written here?
I'll send it Joey.
You should have a click support and get support.
Yeah, you can develop something for Facebook.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it over. Wait, I'll just put it in the chat now, so you could give it to me. Okay.
You put in the main chat, or you sent it to me privately?
I'll send it to you right now in the. Oh wow, there's a lot of people with my name.
A lot of people with your name. Yeah.
Okay. I just shared it in the.
In the main one.
I tried to share it. You clicked the wrong button. Oh yeah, I see it now.
Okay. You send the link to me directly in the private chat, so I will share it now. Guys, you can see it in 1 second. Okay, great. Everybody can see it now. Okay, Joy, thank you very much. הוא הלך.
הוא שלח עדיין את הלינק תוך כדי שהוא
הנה. Here you are. Okay, guys, thank you very much. I enjoyed every second. It was very helpful, and I hope that we will see you soon with more features and more news about what's going on there.
We got to get the guys before the next cutoff date. So by September 18th, we have to get these signups in as soon as possible.
Okay.
Let's see.
Okay, guys. Good night. Thank you for everything.
Bye, Gal. Bye, Joe. See you in 2 weeks.